since 2019, when I first started copywriting in January 2019, I was able to land my first client 6 weeks, quit my job in 3 months, and my wife quit her job. So we left Vancouver, Canada, and on a one-way flight to Australia. And so we spent time in lots of different countries. Australia, Thailand, Vietnam, Canada, US. We're going to Italy next week for our 10-year anniversary. So we'll be there for a month. I've been to Thailand multiple times with me and my wife, with our just one kid, with our two kids. And so I've done lots of different situations: hotels, Airbnbs, living longer term in condo rentals for 1 to 3 months, living in Vancouver, in like the city, living in the woods where I live now, in like the middle of nowhere. So I've learned to work where there's internet, right? Obviously I need internet to work. That's easier today with Starlink and stuff like that if you want to work remotely. Dude, you could literally be a copywriter anywhere in the world thanks to Starlink now. Elon Musk's internet company with satellite dishes and stuff. You literally could work anywhere. So how do you manage traveling and work? Well, for one thing, when I typically will just go live in Thailand or Vietnam or wherever for a period of time, typically I'll spend a week or two doing my vacation mode where I'm doing very minimal work for an hour or two max a day, usually. And then after that, I kind of settle into where we travel. So I do slow traveling with my wife. I used to do a little bit faster, but my first year when I went into copywriting, quit my job and whatever, we went to Australia. We did a 40-day camper van trip from Sydney, Australia to Port Douglas at the top. So the East Coast, basically all here to up here. And so I wasn't doing a lot of copy at the time of the camper van, but I would just whip open my laptop, plug it in, and go hotspot with the data. Sometimes go to a coffee shop, sometimes work wherever. After that, we moved to Thailand. This is the first year as a copywriter, and we had to find a place. So for the first week or two, I worked from hotels, I worked from coffee shops, stuff like that, just on their Wi-Fi until we found a place to live long term. And in Chiang Mai, Thailand, we lived in a condo. So we lived there for 10 months or so, and I just worked from home. And sometimes I work from coffee shops because there's tons of coffee shops in Chiang Mai. But the majority of my, this is me traveling, but I mostly slow travel, if that makes sense. After that, we lived in Vietnam. Again, during transition periods, I would do lighter work, if we were traveling on the go. But then once I'd settled down to renting a condo for 1, 2, 3 to 10, 12 months in different areas, I would work just like you would work in wherever you live right now. And so, yeah, in next week, we're going to be going to Italy. And again, the first week or two, we're going for about a month. And the first week or two, probably the first week, it's going to be definitely lighter work because I'm flying and this and that and settling down. And I don't know exactly, we're trying to figure out, this is going to be faster travel for sure than we're used to. But coffee shops, hotels, co-working spaces, there's more of these than ever before. It's never been easier to travel and work at the same time as a copywriter. There's just easier internet access. There's internet access remotely. There's more technology. There's a lot of stuff you can do from your computer and your phone. Talking to clients if you need to is super easy from your phone nowadays than it was years ago. And yeah, it's just way easier than before. But typically how I'll do it is when I will travel, and again, we've lived in Canada, the US, Vietnam, Australia, Thailand. We're going to Italy next month. And other places, Malaysia, I don't know where else we've been, but typically I'll live somewhere for 1 to 3 months, sometimes more. So I'm slow traveling. So we'll typically rent a condo. But in those in-between phases, hotels, Airbnbs, and working at coffee shops and co-working space, you can make it work. You can make it work. And you can do this in a few hours a day. You can build your business up to so you're working literally 3-4 hours a day, making 6 figures per year as a copywriter. So it's pretty awesome. I don't think I could come up with a better business idea for somebody starting from scratch and being able to build this thing up with very little capital. You could learn this for free. To good enough to land clients in weeks, to landing your first client, getting $1,000 a month within 1 to 2 months, to getting to full time in 3 to 6 months. Most people can do this. You don't need a degree, journalism background. You don't need I was never a writer. I didn't write between 18 at high school to 25 when I started learning copy. 7 years, I didn't write stuff. And yet somehow I was able to build this business up to $0 to $9,000 a month in 12 months from scratch. Quit my job. My wife quit her job. We moved halfway around the world. And so like it's really the easiest thing you could ever start and build up quickly without much capital. Way easier than e-commerce, personal brands, and whatever else, drop shipping, day trading, affiliate marketing. All this stuff's like way harder. Way harder. Content, YouTube. People think this stuff's easy and whatever passive income. It's not. That stuff's 10 times harder. I've tried it all. I've done web development, bookkeeping, e-com, drop shipping, ebooks, Facebook clipping, sales, beanie babies. You name it, I tried it. Copywriting's the easiest.